What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Clutch Cinema Talk. And here we're here to talk about It Chapter 2, and we talking spoilers this time. Spoilers! Woo! Yeah, I figured out how to do the zoom up on the camera, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of this pretty face. Let's get into it, though. Come on, baby. All right, so we talking spoilers this whole video. Only if you've seen this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, go back and watch my review, and then come back right here. All right, it's been a few days. You know, maybe you guys got busy stuff to do, but you know, whenever you go see it. All right, like I said, spoilers throughout the video, and it's a long movie, so I'm not gonna go through like a rundown of every single thing. I'm gonna talk about a few points that are worth mentioning. All right, so that opening scene where these bunch of kids beat up this gay couple, right? That's straight out of the book, from what I have read. I haven't read the book though, but I read that straight out of the book. And it's a good scene because it was brutal, and then it shows like when Pennywise eats him, it goes to show that he doesn't just only eat kids, he eats adults. You know, he's coming out 27 years and he's going for whatever's on the menu right now. I know gotta be kids. Yeah. So then Mike, since the only one in dairy, he's the one going out giving out the calls. And for all you people who don't know, Mike, the actor for Mike, is the guy from the Old Spice commercials. He's the guy from the Old Spice commercials. You know that. That's him. That's him. It was mad funny when I figured that out. But I knew that from this movie coming in. But just so you know, that's the Old Spice guy. So everyone gets their calls. Eddie crashes his car. Richie throws up and whatever. And you know, Stanley can't handle it. And he does the And I did not want to see that. It was like, I knew it was coming too. I knew it was coming because I seen the old one. But I was like, nope, I don't want to see that. I mean, couldn't you just turn it down? I mean, we'll get back to this point in a few minutes. But like, imagine 10 years in the future, right? You chilling, you doing your thing, you're making it big, and then you just get a call out of nowhere from like someone from your old baseball team or your own lunch table squad, and you just picking up the phone like, Derry, man, who is this? Make it quick, I'm busy. Mike, from 7th grade gym class. What do you mean it's back? Hell no, I ain't going back there. First of all, let me tell you, I only hung out with you because every other kid in that town was dead. Second of all, there's no how I'm going back to that town. All right, it was great catching up with you, but I'm busy right now. I'm making it big. All right, I'm out of here. So then they all meet up in the Benihana looking place, and yo, Bill Hader right off the bat, you already knew he was gonna be crazy in this movie. He was mad funny. And there's so many scenes, I could just go on, but I only remember two. When he comes out of the shadow and then the little clubhouse on the ground, and he's in the shadow, he's like, time to float, and he comes out. And then they all flip out, they're like, yo, are you serious? And he's like, you remember I used to say that with the little ticka dancing thing? I was like, yo. And then when that little kid comes out, after they were eating dinner, he's like, hey, Richie, the fun's just beginning. And then he's just chilling there, and then Richie's like, no, screw you. You don't scare me no more. No. And then I was like, it's gonna be a show, first of all. And he's like, oh. And then Ben's like, you don't remember the lines? He's like, I don't write my lines. And then Eddie just comes out of nowhere. He's like, I knew it. Stuff like that. It just made this movie so hilarious. So hilarious. You know, when they're all catching up and everything, even Pennywise come back, and you see the child killings, and let me tell you, the child killings are great in this movie. And hold on, I can only say that while I'm reviewing this movie, okay? All right. The child killings in this movie are phenomenal, with the ripping their face off like that. I mean, it just never gets old. I could watch that a million times. I am not sick. I am perfectly sane. I promise you. Like the first one when she comes in and she's like, you're scary. I'm not gonna talk to you. I was like, yo, perfectly reasonable kid. I would not talk to him either. Clown under the benches. And then Pennywise starts crying, and brilliant. And then the second one with the kid that Bill was trying to protect, and he's like licking the glass, like, and then he starts banging on the bah. That was great. It was scary. It was so much tension, and then he just stops and he smiles and he's like, boom, right through the glass. I was like, yo, Pennywise. Now, Bill Skarsgård, another amazing job. I wonder how when he rewatches it, he just gets terrified of himself. Like, That's when you know you're really good at acting. When you're just an entirely different character when you watch it. You don't even see yourself in it. And I'm pretty sure that's what he thinks when he sees these movies like that. We also get a lot of references to other horror movies in this. I don't know if you recognize it when the legs come out of the Stanley's head. It's obvious reference to The Thing. If you guys haven't know that, some of you guys are a little, you don't know about that movie, The Thing. You guys are a little young, but for all those who know The Thing, come on. We also get a Carrie now when Beverly's all covered in blood in that little sequence. We get an obvious Shining reference when he's like, "Here's Johnny." Obvious. There's other references that I won't get into. There's a lot of references though. So the final confrontation with the big CGI clown, spider, hybrid. Did you guys like it? I mean, it was alright. It was cool, and it was cool how he started using like some Mysterio techniques with the whole hallucinations into your past selves and all that stuff, But I find it so hilarious how they defeat him. They literally roast him to being a baby. Like, damn, they were all up on him. He went back to being a baby. I mean, like, yo, like that was back when there was like this bully in school, and he was always all up on you and your friends. And then he was just picking on one day, and you and your boys and your girls just had enough. You had enough. You were like, first of all, hold up. You are ugly. First of all, you Ronald McDonald looking at with your buck teeth and everything like that. They were going in on him, man. Really went back to being a baby. And then they just went all Indiana Jones and just crumbled his heart. And El fin. That was it for Pennywise. I was like, man, you cannot go out like that, my man Pennywise. You can't go out like that, getting roasted to death like that. Man. Yeah, so then after they defeat him, everything is all, everything's getting back to normal. Even though 2 kids have died and their parents are probably absolutely horrified, because when you go under that bleacher and you find half a kid, unless Pennywise finishes the play, you find half a kid out there, like, yo, that's a lot to muster, a lot to handle. But then they all get letters from Stanley, and it turns out that before Stanley committed suicide, he sent letters saying that I was gonna slow you guys down, and you guys would have defeated him without me, and I needed to die in order for you guys to come together. And I was like, first of all, you trying to pull an Agent Coulson on me right now? No, that did not happen, because you did not even feel that emotional way that Stanley died, that they needed to come together. It didn't even feel like that's why they came together. All right, so I feel like they just kind of threw that in to make it seem like Stanley was more important, when they could have just left it that Stanley was absolutely scared out of his mind to even come back and face it, because he kind of like remembered it. That's why. And then he was just horrified. I mean, I wouldn't have gone back either, It just leaves like the audience like, oh wow, really? That's why he did it. But I was like, you know what? Whatever. He put a little note and whatever. But It Chapter 2, that was great. Like I said, it was a good movie. Now when you watch by itself, you'd have to watch like straight like that. It's a long movie. The critics are bashing it right now, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was a good movie. It was fun to watch, So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the movie itself in the comments. Remember, this is a spoiler video. You could put some spoilers in the comments, as long as those people don't end up going all the way down there reading it and be like, spoilers. This is a spoiler video, alright? So let me know what y'all think. I'm out of here. Your guy, Clutch Cinema Talk. Woo! So, yeah. I may be reviewing Hustlers this week. With Cardi B and J-Lo and all those good stuff, blah, blah, blah. We might get to that. But, yeah. I'm out of here. Let me know what you think about it. I'm out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah!